Tasya Dhyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmritam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Vanchakalpatarvyascha Kripa Sindhuvya Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namaha. First of all, I offer my Sastang Dandavat Pranams into the lotus feet of our Paramaraj Tamashila Gurudev, Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Shishmad Bhakti Vinod Narayan Goswami Maharaj. Likewise to our Rupadunga Guru Varga and to the assembled Vaishnavas, Vaishnavis. So, Prabhuji has raised the point for discussion. Prabhuji just mentioned that some people are objecting that he is giving these classes like...
I'm not giving money, everybody's free.
Okay, he's giving for everyone.
Anybody gives this Rasakatha.
Oh, okay. So like hearing this Rasakatha, like the classes we have Govinda Lilamrit, we have Rasa Sudanidhi, then we're hearing also 10th Canto Bhagavatam, then Madhava Mahotsava. All these books we are reading. So some people are objecting that why we're doing this, we're not qualified. So see, there may be some truth to be carefully considering qualifications. But within association of higher Vaishnavas, we see this with Srila Gurudev. This is one fortune of the jiva actually. If he is in contact with an actual rasik and a real knower of the Shastra, especially of the Goswamis, then it is one great fortune of a jiva to be able to hear from him all these different rare literatures. See, it is like in our case, Prabhuji may be giving these classes, but at the same time, it is not just that we are only focusing on these things. We have all other activities also. And we are always reminded, what is our position? See, there's two things. We have to see what is our position, at the same time we're looking what is our goal. So, like for example, our Katyayani Vrat, people also are protesting that. And yeah, like one thing is like, oh, these are gopis, this is a gopi thing. Like, what are you, gopis? Why are you doing this thing? So, see, what is sadhan? One time, I remember in Mathura, Srila Gurudev was calling brahmacharis. And he was asking, why are you in the mat? What is a mat? What is the purpose of your activities? And he actually started with the naughty ones first, one by one. And like they were like that. But anyway, Gurudev wanted to make a point. He was discussing the definition of sadhan bhakti. This shloka, kriti sadhya bhavet sadha, bhav sadhana vida, nitya siddhasya bhavasya prakatam vriddhi sadhyata. If one's activities, the purpose of that is to attain this nitya siddha bhav. Now when we're talking about nitya siddha bhav, we're talking about the sthayi bhav, the permanent bhav. So like, for example, what is that sthayi bhav that Srila Gurudev is really like wanting us to appreciate and be able to really attain? It is this palyadasi bhav, like the manjari bhavs, like being a maid servant of Srimati Radhika, purely servant. So, if within our activities, from the time we wake up to the time we sleep, from the time we're eating prasadam, we're doing our puja, we're doing our kirtan, if all these activities are not really not done with the aim to attain this Nityasiddha Bhav or this Sthai Bhav, this Palidasi Bhav that Srila Gurudev is wanting us to attain, then really this is not like sadhana. And you are really not a sadhak. So it's very important to be able to appreciate that Sri Gurudev said that really you are in sadhana bhakti when your goal is to attain bhav. Then when you're in bhav, then your goal will be to attain prem. So in our stage, we will be thinking that we're doing sadhana, but then really if our goal is not to attain this bhav, this nityasiddha bhav, as I've said, this to attain this like palyadasi mood, then our activities are really cannot be considered sadhana. So like, just for example, the purpose where Vaishnavas or Srila Gurudev is reading all this like rasa katha is to inspire us these moods, like these moods in Braj, and therefore you have developed this greed. Now, they can do because they're qualified. So if we are listening under their care, then there's really no problem. But if we're doing alone, then there's always tendency to speculate and think of this rasa katha as mundane. But if you're doing it with higher Vaishnavas, then there is no problem. And this we see with Srila Gurudev. So, and like for example with our activities, as I've said, we're doing it, Vaishnavas are doing it to inspire this Nitya Siddha Bhav, and at the same time they're doing it also in a way that we see what is our position. So for example, now we are doing all this Katyani Vrat. We are for many, like for more than 2 weeks, we've been hearing Gopi Katha, like this pastimes of in the Katyani Vrat. But at the same time, we are singing all this, and also we're singing Gopi Git in the morning. These are high things. But it's not just that. We're also singing, Oh Babarnabe Parimora Akula Paran, Kesikula Pavuta Napaisandan. In this song, for example, we're acknowledging that, oh, I am in this ocean of material existence. I'm in this big ocean. I don't even see the coast. I cannot see any like island. I'm in the middle, like I don't know where to start. So like I'm just entangled in this world. So also they're showing us our position. So, and then we're praying to Yoga Maya. We're praying to all these different personalities. First, we're acknowledging our condition. At the same time, Vaishnavas are teaching us to be able to appreciate and aspire. So like Radha Krishna, we're singing also Shri Radha Krishna Padakamale Mana. So these are aspirations. So like this, Vaishnavas, they're expert. And this is one thing I appreciate here in our Sangha. Like, we do like vrats after the other. Like there's Chaturmasya Vrat, and then after that there's Katyani Vrat, then after that there's Keshav Vrat, then there's like we do Rudragit, then we have like this Chandan Yatra, like many things. And really, if you look at the whole activity, it's like in a shop, like the shop owner, they package their product very nicely, but it's actually the same product. So like the Vaishnavas, they actually it's the same thing. Like it's kirtan, it's harikatha, just to inspire us. Like what is our goal, and we see our position and really like go deeper. So, but it's the same thing, and they just package it. Okay, Chaturmasya Vrat, then Katyani Vrat, and in this way, we're always enlivened and we're encouraged. So this is the expertise of the Vaishnavas. And to see this happening is actually our great fortune to be able to be a part of these things. So therefore, in our case, instead of listening to people like fault finding, really we should see it also as a way to introspect. Like, how am I taking advantage of this situation? Like, really, in every activity we do, there is really a need to be able to always be introspective and always be conscious of how much really am I doing to attain what is really the goal. And that's what I mean, like really understanding if I am really doing sadhana. So like for example, just hearing for example Harikatha. When we hear Harikatha, it's not because like I want to gain knowledge so later on I'll be a good speaker and then people will like will like me. But see when Vaishnavas are speaking, what is it that they want? If we just try to analyze, when Vaishnavas are speaking, that means they want you to listen. They're telling you something. It's one expression of priti. Srila Rupa Goswami is telling that there are 6 symptoms of love. Dadati pratikranati, guya makyati prichati, bhakti gojayati chaiva, sadpridam priti lakshanam. So there's 6 symptoms of priti. One is giving and receiving gifts in charity. Second is expressing your realization, like the Vaishnavas are giving their realizations, and another is inquiring or asking questions. And third one is giving prasadam and accepting prasadam. So like this, so when Vaishnavas are speaking, for example, this is their realizations and they're giving. So like for example, in like this Rasakata, whatever, these are from our Goswamis. Now, if these things were never be discussed, then really, like Srila Gurudev, he's telling that some people they're too fearful, like like these topics are very high, we shouldn't even like discuss it. But if you're not gonna discuss it, of course, if you're not qualified, then don't discuss it. But within the association of qualified Vaishnavas who can discuss it, then you should not be fearful, and you should appreciate that. So when they speaking this, it's like their realization, and they want you to listen. So what is the service that you can do? Is there to sit and to listen. So you may not be able to have, you may not have the same language as the Vaishnavas. Like for example, Vaishnavas, they may be speaking in Hindi or Bengali, or they may be speaking in English, but you're Chinese and you cannot understand English. But you're seeing the Vaishnava is speaking, and you have that faith, and you have this appreciation that he is giving this thing. So I will sit, and it is my service to listen. And because of that mood, you're wanting to serve, this service mood. And what is that? That is actually the Nitya Siddha Bhav. So because of that, then Krishna will see that. And this particular activity will be a sadhana. And this will help us. It is different from someone who is sitting and he may be very knowledgeable, he knows all shlokas, and Vaishnava is speaking and he's just there like calculating, I don't think he understands so much like the actual meaning of the shloka. So therefore, see, in every activity we should always understand that the goal of our activity or the aim is really to attain this bhav, this nitya siddha bhav, and that is ultimately our goal, like the Palidasis of Srimati Radhika. And as Gaudiyas, the way to do that is to become or to have this service or this servant mood to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. and his associates. And of course, it starts from Srila Gurudev and the Vaishnavas. So, therefore, it is just like, I just felt like I, um, I want to like emphasize this point, because most of the time we tend to forget. Like when we sit, for example, prasadam. Prasadam is the time to control the tongue. But then on the time of this, why we take prasadam is because like they said it's the way to control the tongue. We may be tasting still nice, but it's controlling the tongue because it's offered. But while we're taking prasad, then what are you talking about? Like you're talking all this prajalpa. So how is that helping? And of course, it makes you forget. Like really, in every activity, all this mood, really, what we want. So like this. Therefore, it is a great fortune for everyone that Vaishnavas offer this activity and this particular chance for all of us. And so, therefore, we don't need to worry about what people say, because, like, yeah, that's not their problem. Yeah, anyway, so I think that's a bunch of other things.
Acharya, this president, but you one.
Before president.
Parakia.
No problem.
Parakia president.
Jnanandjana salakaya chakshulumalitam dena tasmai shri gurave namo namaste gurudevaya shirupaya priyatmane shishma bhakti vedantana vanchagopajabhas chakravasindhavibhaja patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Shri Samadhi Bhakti Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Rama. First off, from our respectful basis, this time's beloved Guru Padma Nikili Om Vishnu Pad Shishimad Bhaktivinoda Narayan Goswami Maharaj Guru Guru Varga and all assembled. What's the question again?
Question is, people is saying, here all time is Rasakatha. No basic class. No basic, any Vaidhi Bhakti, no primary class. Then these people is, new people come, they cannot learning, and they are not progressing in life. This rasa only, Radha rasa, Krishna rasa, Bhakti rasa, Braja rasa, Prem rasa, Rasa rasa, all rasa, drinking, then they will be quit.
Blender.
Blender. The next stomach is not working, brain not working. Then what doing?
Yeah,
That's
this is
what
a problem.
a very big problem now. Is also now good for everybody. Teeth, swing, eating fine, and after eating good. Only also drinking is fine.
Sugar cane, necessary. Drinking, direct, no fun. Fighting,
Teeth is broken.
nice.
Teeth broken and more better. Then going treatment for teeth.
I like sake restaurant. Sake rest is good for me. Yeah, sake rest very good. I don't parakeet rest, I don't know these things. Madhava playing football. This is good for me. You might adhikar. Sometimes we become absorbed in Maya. We read a newspaper. Not so much adhikar for Radha Rasa Sudhini. Newspaper is more nice. There's war going on, many wars. Middle East, this country, geopolitics, exciting. But we're hearing from the Vaishnavas that the next war will not be, next war is between Vaidhi Bhakti and Raganuga Bhakti. This war is always going on. Yeah. Vaidhi Bhakti, Vaidhi Mark, should be this way. And the Rag Bhaktas and the Anugami Jan.
Vaidhi Mark for not telling, never telling Anugami.
No.
Only Rag Mark for telling Anugami.
Prabhupada Anuga. No Rupa Anuga.
Not telling. Vaidhi Anugami never writing.
No. But,
They're doing some wrong.
yeah.
No writing Vaidhi Anugami. Writing wrong.
What to do?
What are new writing now? New writing.
Yeah. New books coming in.
Books.
Even when Gurudev was writing this Venu Gita, then some other acharyas, they say, oh, this Raskata. I'm also doing Venu Gita, they're also doing Venu Gita and taking out Gopi's mood and giving Sakyaras and explaining Sakyaras. This is very good. They're not. And this is the thing, you understand something of Gurudev's glories. Everyone very scared. Even if they know this very high Tapasiddhanta, they can't speak it. They're scared, shaking to speak. One they may or may not know. And if they do know, they're not speaking. Who's speaking? Gurudev's giving this glories. We can't imagine the nectar Gurudev distributing. So, also one time in Hawaii, Gurudev asked a puja. And that audience, many hippies. That's at least 50% hippie. Because it's Hawaii. Everyone's hippie. Free beach life, sea beach, movies, ganja, naked dance. And it's full moon, Purnima then there, banging drums, drinking, dancing. So like this, maybe 50% coming to Gurudev's Vyasa Puja. And I've been getting so many hippies. And Gurudev, how many people speak? I forget the exact detail. I remember the mood. That I remember this. That at the beginning Gurudev is speaking ABC. And okay, very nice. Then he's going deeper, deeper. I mean, these hippies, they don't want to understand this. Then within 15 minutes, Gurudev bumps. He's in Vrindavan, talking Krishna, Radharani. Why? Because inside, what is in Gurudev's heart has to come out. Even another time in Italy, many times we travel with Gurudev early days. He's given this, I'm helping Swamiji, Kitab, me and Swamiji. And I'm sending, Gurudev saying I'm sending Mridanga, Kartal, Para, Burfi, some Murtis, like this. And we're hearing this 20, 30 times. And then this one day, Gurudev again, because new, in Italy, new place, and some Swami Maharaj disciples there. So again, Gurudev speaking this Katha, but we heard 50, 60 times, so like, oh, again we're hearing this Katha. But then, by magic, as if by magic, I don't know how it happened, because I drifted. But I was again, Swamiji and Burfis, I've heard so many times. But then by magic, Gurudev saying, oh, Krishna is like Tamil tree, and Srimati Radhika, she's like a creeper. First time I'm hearing this lila, this analogy. And this creeper is Srimati Radhika, and she's touching the tree and embracing the tree. And the leaves on the creeper there, the sakis. And sometimes the sakis there touching the tree. And so the leaves on the creeper, sometimes they touch the tree, sometimes they don't touch the tree. And then the manjaris on the creeper, they're shaking, and they never touch the tree. They never touch it. So how Gurudev from ABC, Roti, Burfi, and Kartal, Mridanga, the next thing is in Braj, automatic. Anywhere Gurudev going, this Braj is pouring from his heart. Okay? Gurudev's heart like overflowing with Raskata. Also, another side point along this, how Gurudev is distributor of this ras. This is Krishna Bhakti Rasa Bhavatamati. Kriyatam yati kutobi labhite lolam ulam eklam janma koti supitam labhite. It's very rare to find this high class, most rare in the world, to find such a personality. So, anyhow, all of us here were followers of Gurudev, so we recognize that. Alongside this is another point. And I was thinking, earlier actually, sometimes in a jungle you have flower. This jungle, like very remote place, no one knows. And in that remote place, one very beautiful flower is there. Very rare. Nobody knows in any book this flower is written or not. And this flower, very nice fragrance. But problem is there that not everyone can recognize this flower. They think this flower is dangerous. This flower you're smelling, this flower you're touching, you're associating with this flower, then poison, big poison, and you'll die. So, like, sometimes, uncivilized person, they're scared. Like you show an uncivilized person a lighter, cigarette lighter, fire coming, fire. He make fire come from his hand. It's magic. Okay? They don't know anything. Okay? So this is cryptic. I'm making some people will understand what I'm saying. This is cryptic point. That Gurudev and Vaishnavas, they come in this world, but they're very generous to us. And they're very expert. Just like mother, she'll go out, she make all preparation, lunch pack, food, lodgings, she's take care of everything. They're not careless. So in the same way, our Guru Varg, they're not careless. They're not abandoned. They never abandon us. They always look after us. So they make very nice arrangements. So just as Gurudev left this world and Srila Varamaraj came in this world, then they made very nice arrangement. Some seeds giving. That seed also like a jewel. Sometimes a jewel, you can cut a jewel and polish, and you set it in a nice gold band. And then everyone can see, oh, this jewel is very precious, very nice, and everyone wants to catch the jewel. But if this jewel is uncut, all qualities are there, but not shown. Like Gurudev, many years, he's not exhibiting this Acharya Leela. You can see many pictures of Gurudev, and we remember when Gurudev came back from tour, he would just wear a simple cloth t-shirt, many holes torn, like Rich Basi. Gurudev is Rich Basi. He doesn't care for turban, tilak, big turban. He's very simple, so simple. And to see Gurudev in a very simple way, sitting on a simple chair, just catching some sun coming in the morning, 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, sitting, very happy, chant 1-2 rounds. Already he's been up, Om Nishant Leela, Om, and then he's coming out, some sun catching, sitting very simple, some torn cloth. How is this beautiful? Okay, but no one recognizes it, no one coming. And then Gurudev is traveling around the world and distributing this Raskatha. And then big temples coming. Before, no one coming. Modi Bhavan. And ladies one side, Bengalis, Westerners, and curtain, men other side. Mosquitoes, everyone living out of a bag. Pump water. And anyhow, this was a special time. This is also sweet, very sweet time. But not so many coming. Then Gurudev making big temple, big mandir. Then everyone, oh, he's a chariot. He's preaching everywhere. Then big building, big everything, opulence. This is a chariot Leela manifesting. Then so many people coming. So the point is that this jewels, that is all qualities is in the jewel, but is not in the display window. So therefore people don't see. Only someone with some good training can see, oh, this is a very precious thing. Like we were hearing in class about Vatsasura, and that the other cows and cow boys, they smell this bad smell. Very easily, immediately, they smell. Instantaneous, bad, something wrong, something bad. And then Krishna alert, Krishna killing this demon. This is very significant for us. We hear these stories, pastimes, but we're not really understanding. They're being spoken for a reason. that the devotee should learn to distinguish between who is Vaishnava, who is not Vaishnava. And unfortunately, some people they might not recognize, that's okay, they do their thing. But other people they don't recognize and then they criticize on top. So, but for us, this is just noise, background noise. But for some, the argument may be there. Oh, we're hearing these things. But I'm thinking many years I'm hearing Bhagavad Gita, yeah, and Dhruva Maharaj and Prahlad, very nice. But we're heading, our Guru Varg is heading in this one direction. And it's, Gurudev said many times, you grow this Bhakti Lata beach, you will have to cut, you have to prune. You're cutting the, to become one-pointed. He said you have to cut Dasaras, Sakyaras, Vatsalaras. Then only the Madhurya Ras branch will be there. And then there will be Kamanuga, Tad Bhav, Ichavai, Kamanuga Bhakti, and Sambandha. This also Sambandha you have to cut. And you're left with Tad Bhav, Ichavai, Kamanuga Bhakti. So how... Also then the Atma needs some nourishment. Just like, and after Gurudev leaving, then we're very with dangerous time, and I know everyone we were experiencing getting looked after very nicely and hearing Gurudev's glories. Hard to explain, but this, in our early years we didn't realize so much. We read Prabhupada's books, Swami Maharaj's books, we distribute books. We tell other people, you chant Hare Krishna, you're unhappy in the material world. But we're also still thirsty. Kali Chala, for myself, and Kali Chala. But as the years go by, you start to, some mercy, like when you have a cloth and some moisture comes slowly to seep through. And then after many, many years, then very small glimpse of understanding comes of just how lucky we are to, like, you can't put into words, isn't it? Because we all sing the songs and we go, Hare Krishna, Hare Bol, Hare Bol, Hare Bol, jumping up and down. But we're not, like Swami Maharaj's dance. His dancing is controlled by gopis, mood of the gopis. But for us, because we never tasted that, and we have lots of testosterone, then we, like, I'm remembering some of our godbrothers are dancing. Not here so much, but a little bit here, but other places more. Yeah, it's different personality. But this is not the dancing of Braj so much. This is, and also that when our appreciation is very kanishta, very beginning stages. But if we're very lucky, over time, we start to perceive just how much mercy is being given and how much Gurudev has made a special arrangement for us to be nourished. And only thing is nourishing, even we're not hearing, and even with one Pujyapad Tirtha Maharaj coming to England. And Swami Maharaj also, they're all speaking very high and then suddenly they're coming back. Even Gurudev, in his last years, he's speaking, don't drink alcohol, don't do tobacco. In the end, because Adhikar was not so much. But they want, what they want to give has to come out. So I think here in Krishna arranged Sri Radhi Kunj, we're very lucky that this Katha is being read. And even if we don't understand, even if we don't have adhikar, these glories are being spoken, and this is giving us nourishment. How other people complain, that's pretty much their problem. Personally, I don't know. Some people come in and new, then they also should be reading Bhagavad Gita, no problem. But Gurudev said many times, I'm giving this class only for 1 or 2 people in Australia, first year, 1997 something. There's like 200 people. He's saying, I'm giving this class only for 1 or 2 people in the audience, and he's talking on the moods of separation of Radha and Krishna and Mahaprabhu, and what became the book, you now know, is a pinnacle of devotion. It came from these talks. So anyhow, I'm not so good at explaining, but I try and express something that our Guru Varg, and even today, is carrying on this tradition that these glories have to be spoken. And if people want to talk other topics, is also good, but Vaishnava not criticizing, I don't understand why they want to criticize. Every time I'm hearing the criticism, I'm thinking, what's the problem? We don't hear it. So many, like you're a book distributor, you go on the street, you're distributing books 10 hours, 8 hours, and some people come in, and you get a job, or Jesus love you, this or that, why you Hare Krishna, why you don't get married, or this is waste, you know. And some all day, and you just say, I do my service. So I don't understand. So we have many years also of hearing this, you know. So I think also household is also hearing so much. They also then become no listen. Like Gurudev said, many times Gurudev is saying, your husband is saying yes, 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 and he doesn't care this much. He doesn't care. So I think why we care for this noise is not, if it's not related to our group. Many people also saying that's split, big split, isn't it? Oh, Sangha is split, Sangha is split. This one, this group, that group. But this is, was the group ever together? This was my point. You have so many senior Vaishnavas, we don't criticize anyone. Our Pujyapad Bon Maharaj, Pujyapad Madhava Maharaj, Pujyapad Tirtha Maharaj, Pujyapad Sridhar Maharaj, so many senior Vaishnavas, they're very serving Gurudev. I've seen personally Gurudev looking with so much love, how he has for his disciples. He loved all of his disciples and all of his children. And they're doing any puja, personally we've seen how much love Gurudev has for the disciples. But Gurudev is present there and everyone hearing Gurudev. Then Krishna calling Gurudev home, and then all these different high-class Vaishnavas, then they're continuing their seva. But like we've heard before, Ganga, Jamuna, Narmada, Saraswati, many rivers. And they're all unique in their, why should it become like ocean? Why does everything have to become like hodgepodge? There's no necessity for hodgepodge. You want rice and dal, you take rice and dal. You want some neem bacon, you can take neem bacon. That's for you. If you want some kheer, you can take some kheer. So many rasas are there. So you take your ras, no problem. But be sure not to criticize anybody, especially high-class Vaishnavas, because this will cause the creeper bhakti to dry. And I remember Gurudev saying one time, this Bhakti Lata Beach, the only thing that can kill this Bhakti Lata Beach is sadhuninda. It will burn the seed. You cook a seed and then you try and plant the seed, never grow. So this sadhuninda, this will burn the Bhakti Lata Beach and nothing ever will grow. Therefore, that Tadnamarupa Vajana Vignamananya Anya Sunyam Hridam Ipsita Sangalabhyat. No, what's that? Yeah, Krishneti Yasi Garitamazadiyata Dikshasti Chitpanatabhischapanantam Isham Sushusha Vajana Vignamananya Anya Nindati Sunyam Hridam Ipsita Sangalabhyat. Means that a special quality of the Uttamadhikari is his heart has no tendency to criticize anyone. And we personally saw with Gurudev. He never criticized anybody. So this is a special warning from all sadhus and shastra not to criticize. So necessary to hear Harikatha, like we said before, Krishna Bhakti Rasa Bhavatamati. Wherever that Krishna Bhakti Rasa is flowing, then you should go there. Well, I don't see any problem.
You are giving honoris position.
Huh?
You are giving position.
Praying for the
you are Acharya, therefore you know. I know you only.
Ajnanatimirandasya Gyananjanashalakaya Chakshumilitam Mena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah Gurave Gaurachandaya Radhikaya Dadare Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktai Tadabhaktai Namo Namah Nama Shreshtam Manumapi Shachiputram Madrasha Rupam Rupam Dasya Grajam Urupurim Maturim Goshtavatim Radha Kundam Girivaram Aho Radhika Madhavasham Prapto Yasha Parita Kripaya Shri Gurum Tam Natosmi Narayanam Namaskritam Naram Chava Narotamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirid Ajanulambita Pujo Kanakavatato Sankirtanai Kapitalo Kamalayataksho Vishwambaro Trijavaro Yugatama Palo Vande Jagapriyakaro Karunavataro Bhaktya Vihinaya Parada Lakshay Kshitasya Kamadi Tarangamadi Kripa Mahitam Sharanam Prapana Vrinde Namaste Charanarvindam Vanchakalpatarupashta Kripa Sindhubevacha Patitanam Bhavani Pyo Vaishnave Pyo Namo Namah Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So before speaking anything in this assembly, offer my most humble obeisances in the lotus feet of my most worshipful spiritual master, Little Vishnu Pada Shlotra Satshishimat Shri Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, and simultaneously in the lotus feet of his dear god brothers, Little Vishnu Pada Shlotra Satshishimat Shri Bhaktivedanta Goswami Maharaj, and Shri Little Vishnu Pada Shlotra Satshishimat Shri Bhaktivedanta Trivigam Goswami Maharaj. I also give my obeisances in the lotus feet of Srila Ace Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, who brought Krishna consciousness all over the world, and Param Gurudev Srila Bhakti Pragan Kishore Goswami Maharaj, by whose mercy all this is possible and still going on. So I'm giving a long introduction because I have no power or ability to speak, only by mercy and blessings of Guru and Vaishnavas. Anything is possible. Yasya Prasada, Bhagavad Prasada, Yasya Prasada, Kutopi. All I can speak is my own speculation, understanding. Therefore, but anyhow, Vaishnavas have told me to speak. So we say that we speak what we heard, and this is true. But do we hear what has been spoken? When Vaishnavas speak, this is called Shabda Brahman. This is called transcendental sound vibration. So what is the quality of that transcendental sound vibration? These words of the Acharya, of the Guru, of the realized Vaishnava, they have the power to give Divya Gyan. Does Divya Gyan mean just to have some intellectual conception, understanding of what is Maya, what is the living entity, what is Krishna? We understand Divya Gyan as it is explained, as Srila Gurudev explained. Divya Gyan means Sambandha Gyan. It means to understand my relationship with Sri Guru, my relationship with Sri Gauranitai and Shri Radha and Krishna. So it is said Divya Gyan Rita Prakashita. Divya Gyan manifests in the heart of the sadhak through the words of the Vaishnava. So it is said, it is manifested in the heart. So it is not on the intellectual platform, but Divya Gyan comes out from inside out. It comes out as a desire, as an urge to engage in our constitutional position, in our eternal nature of Krishna Seva, Krishna Priti. So really, to hear Harikatha, to really to really receive Harikatha means that Seva Priti has to manifest. Otherwise, actually, we say that we repeat what we heard, but do we hear what has been said? Do we hear Shabda Brahman? This is my question. I don't know. Not my own speculation. So, Prabhuji is raising the point of listening to Rasa Katha, Krishna Katha. So Divya Gyan means Sambandha Gyan. So means that Katha that will strengthen, nourish our relationship with Sri Guru and Sri Krishna. So the Vaishnavas and Gurudev, they're speaking all these high-class kathas. And if we listen attentively and with a service mood, then sometimes, at least from my own experience, in very, very rare occasions, I will have a glimpse of some enhancement of my understanding of Sri Krishna. Like when I met the devotees 11 something years ago, and I chant Hare Krishna, then it is different than when I chant Hare Krishna now. Why? Because I have heard so many things of Krishna, of his qualities, of his pastimes, of his sweet dealings with his devotees, with his associates. And therefore now when I say the name Krishna, it is filled with some feeling, some understanding that is beyond just intellectual conception, but actually some feeling. So this understanding, this feeling comes by hearing about the Guna Rupa Lila and Naam of Sri Gaura and Sri Krishna. So this is Harikatha. So therefore, I don't know, probably again I don't get this verse right, so you have to help me. Satam Prasangam Namavirya Samvido Ridkana Rasai Bhavanti Ridkana Rasai Nakatha Tat Yoshanat Ashva Pavakamatmani Shraddha Rati Bhakti Anukramishati. Here it is said Satam Prasangam Mama Virya, to hear the heroic pastimes of Sri Krishna. Bhavanti Ridkana Rasai Nakatha. This katha full of ras, if we accept, embrace it within our heart, then gradually our hearts will become purified and our tendency for material activities, they will gradually wane, and we develop Shraddha, then Rati, and then finally Prem Bhakti. So it is only by, I'm not like Giridhari Goswami, I cannot Prabhuji, he would like, I'm sure he would be pleased with if somebody could speak some nice shlokas, because Gurudev, he stressed this point so much, the importance of speaking Rasa Kathas, importance of hearing Krishna's pastimes, and he gave so many nice shlokas, so much evidence from the scriptures, and I'm unable to do so. So, anyhow, Second point is that, like Krishna Karunya Prabhu mentioned, not only do we hear about these pastimes of Krishna, but also we are being engaged in service. And actually, if we hear those pastimes, then Seva Vritti, this tendency to do service, will gradually develop. Prabhuji engages us in so many vratas. Srila Prabhupada, he said once, a good leader signifies himself by always giving challenge, by always providing challenge to those in his care. So Prabhuji always provides challenge for us. He always provides for us an opportunity to give that little bit of extra endeavor, the little bit of extra that will require our heart to work, and not just work like a robot or externally, but really absorb deeply. A life without challenge is a life without progress. Because only by tackling those obstacles, by tackling our material tendencies and discrepancies, then we can make process gradually. And then by performing this service, gradually our ability to absorb more and more of that Harikatha will come. Like right now, I'm sleeping almost every time Prabhuji is giving this katha. I'm very unfortunate, because I'm like this sick man who has no digestive power. I cannot digest any of this Harikatha. It is going in here and out there. Nothing stays in my heart. But like this katha is like the doctor for the sick man who cannot digest. He would prescribe ghee. So actually ghee he also cannot digest. We cannot even digest the very simple basic katha. How we can digest this very high rasa katha? Like Prabhuji, sometimes he gives very basic katha. He makes us understand our position, and it burns like chili. So we don't have any. Actually, we're not even qualified for basic katha. So how we can say we're qualified for rasa katha? But this rasa katha is like ghee. And this ghee, if you take that ghee, then little bit will stick, some coating will come. And then by the coating, next time, a little bit more of the ghee will stick, and a little bit more. So I'm very appreciative of Prabhuji's katha, although a lot of it I cannot understand, but sometimes one drop will stick, something will remain. And then I hope, I pray this will increase gradually over time. So I'm not prepared, so I'm speaking from my own personal position, whatever. I'm trying to create a challenge right now in my life, apart from doing those ruts, because I want to increase my capacity to digest and understand that Harikatha. And I understand that the greatest service, the greatest challenge that we can undertake is to take that katha, to take that understanding, to take that Krishna consciousness and bring it out into the world, bring it out to the people that have not heard, seen, or had yet the opportunity. Then by this service, Vaishnavas become greatly pleased, and our ability to absorb that Harikatha will increase many times. So just to add one point, why some may not understand the qualification of the speaker. So this is complete my speculation, but I think Vaishnavas, they also perform pastime, similar to how Mahaprabhu performed pastime. Mahaprabhu, when he came in this world, he performed Adi Lila, Madhya Lila, and Antya Lila. So in his Adi Lila, when he was a very small child and naughty and sitting in the dirty pots and spitting water on the Brahmins and stealing the offerings of the girls who were worshipping Ganga Devi for a good husband. At that time, only very rare personalities, and only by the great mercy of Mahaprabhu himself they could understand that actually he is Bhagavan. Advaita Acharya, he understood for a moment when Mahaprabhu appeared, and then immediately he forgot. So Vaishnavas also, when they appear in this world, when they perform their Adi Lila, then they will also, like Mahaprabhu, they might shine and exhibit very great qualities, extraordinary character. But only by very, very rare mercy, somebody might understand their actual qualification. Then when Mahaprabhu, he entered Madhya Lila, he took initiation by Ishvara Puripad, and he became like a madman chanting the names of Krishna. Then the devotees in Nadia, led by Gadadhar Pandit, they became so happy because finally Mahaprabhu had become a devotee, that person full of so many wonderful qualities. He has dedicated his life to the service of Sri Krishna. So then when the Vaishnavas, they take shelter of their guru, then those who are also inclined towards that path, who always somewhat realized in devotional service, they will also recognize that devotee and recognize their qualities. But it was not until Mahaprabhu, he entered into Antya Lila and he took sannyas. He traveled all around India, and he stayed in Puri for the period of 18 years and manifested so much opulence that even those who were ignorant, completely ignorant, they had to understand and acknowledge Mahaprabhu's Bhagavata, his godliness. So, similarly, we can see that the Vaishnavas, when they enter their later pastimes, then they will start to manifest so much opulence. And even those who are completely ignorant, like myself, when I met the devotees, even for someone like me of completely covered perception, something was visible. Like we say always, Gurudev is emanating particles of prema. Only those who are antagonistic to the Vaishnavas, they can and will never understand who is Vaishnava. Even if he is standing in front of them in all their glory, they will never understand or accept. So how that opulence is manifesting? It is manifesting through the intense fire of separation. Like when Mahaprabhu, he felt that intense separation inspired in his heart. Or, I assume, when the Vaishnavas, they feel that intense separation by the absence of their guide, of their father, spiritual father, of their guru. Then gradually that separation will become stronger and stronger. The Vaishnavas, they're compared to a fire huge fire, that if we offer ourselves to them, that fire will burn all our anatas and aparads. What is that fire? It is the fire of their separation, the fire of their greed, of their hankering to join Radha and Krishna in their pastimes. It is that fire that it is said, Narahari diya pasana diya kemana gadiya che. Narahari, he prays, "Oh, I'm very unfortunate, my heart is like stone. And although Mahaprabhu has appeared, I have not accepted his mercy." Of course, we should never think that Vaishnava's heart is like stone, only if we want to compare it to Giriraj Govardhan, who is stunned in ecstasy. But that fire of separation is so strong that even stone will melt. And then samsara davanana lita loka. Then that heart, that fire will make that heart melt, and so much rasa is coming out. And that rasa is samsara davanala lita loka. It is that rain cloud that showers this world and cools that forest fire of material existence. That great forest fire. So now we're very fortunate by Srila Gurudev's mercy to have understanding of all these topics and truths. And we are able, by Gurudev's great mercy, to be continuing in association of Vaishnavas and witness all these things firsthand by our own eyes. So now many might not understand the glories of Vaishnavas, but certainly the future will show who is Vaishnava, who is not Vaishnava. And if we're lucky, we take the shot to take the association, we hear the katha, then gradually our tendency to serve will develop. We will make our lives fortunate, successful, and disclaimer at the end, all speculation. I have no power, no shakti. Just listen to Prabhuji. His katha is beautiful and wonderful and purifying.